Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world's greatest wrestling. I'm Bloody 617, and with me, as always, my co-host,
Mr. Incredible 617, and we unveil the showcase. Tonight is a great card, ladies and gentlemen. A great card.
we have a wonderful card for you here, set by the general manager of Showcase, Mr. Ezekiel Brady, and we're going to bring you a fantastic show. Mr. Incredible, what do you think about the most recent caller from the Showcase, Caden Hawk?
Caden Hawk was a big pickup, but a huge, devastating loss to the showcase roster, which is feeding itself because it is moving on to bigger and better things, which is that newly revealed showcase title. And man, is it a beauty.
Now, it's not just about showcasing the talent.
It is about showcasing that title, baby. That title, who will be the first ever showcase champion.
And everybody's going to be gunning for it. TBK has made his interest known. Jose is going to be gunning for that. We're here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and let me tell you something. Everybody is looking to that title to become the face of the showcase.
Everybody has that self-proclaimed title, but now that self-proclaimed nonsense is out the window, because to be the face of showcase, you need that title. And this guy right here, the formerly known face of showcase, this is Jose. Jose goes one-on-one with Mr. Eric Wilde.
And Eric Wilde has been out of the picture for a little bit, but Jose, his most recent victory came against a teammate, and that was about it. So now Jose is looking to go back to facing other people, facing different names, people who aren't in his faction, to demonstrate his skill over the rest of the people in the showcase. And he wants to be looked at the top of the showcase. But I have a feeling that Eric Wilde is going to have something to say about that.
Oh, something to say. We all know how Eric Wilde gets down. This dude is a madman, and he's going against the Wild Man. So I don't think just one referee is enough. I think we need a security team around the ring when these two get in the squared circle.
And Eric Wilde is going to be looking to pick up his first win, considering that he just fell short in a triple threat match. And I say it again, as I always do, a triple threat match can go in any direction. I mean, it's just a matter of fate hitting you the right way. But Eric Wilde has an opportunity to solidify himself as the face by beating a man who is a self-proclaimed.
And can you think about it? And these steps forward to now seeing the title, you got to think any matchup that you have going on from now until the pay-per-view for Showcase, which will be on the same week of the Great War, to crown the first ever champion. You got to think every match going forward is another step closer to even get there.
And here comes Eric Wilde making his way to the stage and getting ready to enter that ring with the Wild Man, Jose. And at the end of the day, what do you think is going through Eric Wilde's mind? Do you think this is just a victim on my list to get to the top?
I gotta say,
will he be given that respect where it's due?
I gotta say, there's no love lost between these two. I can see it through Eric. I could look in the windows of his soul, Bloody. Eric Wilde does not give two cares about what Jose thinks, and he's gonna try to run through Jose here tonight.
And I gotta give him the respect for that, because when you think about it, at the end of the day, it's literally what happens here that defines you going forward into Asylum, into Live, into the future pay-per-views. You want to be at Anarchy. You want to be at Outbreak. You want to be at Heatwave. You want to be in the Great War. You want to be at Coliseum.
Coliseum is the biggest, the most extravagant. It is the Super Bowl of wrestling pay-per-views. It is the World Series. It is the championship games.
It is everything and above. It is a World Cup, my boy. It is whatever you want to call it. It is the equivalent to that, and it all begins for a superstar here in the showcase, and he can be the next headliner. What do you think about that?
I can definitely see Eric Wilde, but I can also see the Wild Man, Jose, the rebellion. This guy, he made his thoughts of Mr. Ezekiel Brady. He made them very, very vocal.
Absolutely. But you know what? When you show up, you're not. How do I put this? It doesn't matter what you think if we're the ones to pay you. You know, At least that's what my boss always tells me.
Well, the one thing I told Jose and I told the whole Nova before they started this, I don't pay you to think, I pay you to fight. So get in that ring, prove yourself, prove your worth. Wild Man Jose going against the vicious, the malicious Eric Wild.
It's funny because you got the Wild Man going against Eric Wild. You gotta wonder if maybe Eric Wild is not too happy with him using his last name.
Yeah, we all know how the Cowboy gets down, and look at him. You gotta think, between these two, they are gonna go head to head, and I cannot wait to see the outcome. This one will be good, and we will bring it to you first, not right here tonight in the showcase.
My boy Jarvis, ring that bell. Wild, Jose, let's get it on.
And there they go. Oh, he starts off with a code breaker, knocking Jose off.
Taking him down off of his feet, but Jose doesn't stay down. You can't keep him down with a kick to the face of Eric Wild.
But Eric Wild not done yet. Going for that fall-away slam, but Jose lands on his feet.
Give them a little kick, but it looks like Eric Wild just ate that. And now we're going to
Above
see.
the shoulders. Gets him over. And an F5 out the gate. Eric Wild putting a hurting on Jose.
Wasted no time with those big name maneuvers, those big damage maneuvers that can put people away quickly. And Eric Wild making his presence known here tonight in Cincinnati.
Definitely is. The last time we seen Eric Wild, he picked up a huge victory over the classic man, Tommy St. Patrick, and Jose picking up a victory in his last outing against Big Daddy. So they both have momentum. Who will keep it?
But you gotta wonder though, was Jose's win hard fought, or did Big Daddy just throw the match for him? You never know, man.
Ooh, and an alley-oop by Jose.
When you're friends with somebody, they're willing to go to the end of the earth to progress your career.
I can say that. Oh, and a corkscrew slam by Jose.
Up to the second rope, but Eric Wild rolling into position, but misses completely. His GPS lost connection there, and he landed where he did not want to be, and that's on that nice mat.
Well, let me tell you, it is no trampoline, so all those high-risk maneuvers don't let you bounce.
Oh, and look at that. Beautiful. Tossing Eric Wild into the corner, but Eric Wild refusing to stay beaten on an uppercut to Jose.
And
drops the knees. Drops the knees on Jose. Now Eric Wild trying to run away with it, Mr. Incredible.
I can see it. And Eric Wild setting up a a clash. He is setting up a clash.
Oh, man. This guy is hitting him with every move in the book, opening this match.
There we go. One, two. Just a two count, but you got to think all of those devastating maneuvers, and it put a hurting on Jose, and there goes that 2 count.
And grabs him and drags him into the center of the ring. Going for a backdrop. Oh, and hits all of it. 100%, my friend.
And you can see Jose looking to keep Eric Wild down. And he's going after the legs. And a peculiar move by Jose.
Starting to think that the chops make sense now.
And there you go. As you see Eric Wild looking to hit him with that arm drag. Lands it. Jose
misses the opportunity, and Jose hits him. Oh! Drops him.
That one-arm spine buster by Jose.
Look at this. Jose sizing him up. Goes
and
for a springboard.
Flying moonsault.
Off the top rope.
He got some air. The Wild Man in control in the driver's seat.
And now look at this.
What do we have here?
Oh, flapjack.
Taking wheelbarrow flapjack. That is old school, my friend.
Eric Wild is having a hard time staying focused there as Jose rears his head for a huge maneuver here.
Gets him up. Oh, the one arm is spine buster.
Hooks the leg.
Jose goes for the spine buster. Goes for the cover right after.
2.
Jarvis hits a 2, but that's it.
But Wild kicking out.
But that is
at a very near fall. You got to give this man credit. Getting out of that horrible predicament.
And Jose not letting him get any air. Stays on him.
And a big double foot stomp to the solar plexus of Eric Wild.
And Eric Wild doesn't finish there, but gets stopped.
Went for a DDT, but Jose reversed it right back. Got out of it. Oh, and a snap there.
But lands the snap there.
And now cranking the neck. That neck of Jose is going to be... you're going to feel that in the morning. That's all I got to tell you about that.
Definitely. And you can see Eric Wild is putting a hurting on him right now. Hits him with an alley-oop of his own. Jose getting tossed.
And look at Eric Wilde trying to win over the crowd, but it doesn't seem like the crowd is behind him here.
Not as much as they're behind Jose. He gets him up again and a vicious
Power
power
bomb.
bomb.
Head bouncing off the bottom turnbuckle, and you gotta wonder, is Jose in the right state of mind here?
I can't tell, and he looks out of it. He looks out on his feet.
Look at this, but Eric Wilde, you can see the fatigue on his end as well. And now, getting ready to put Jose on the top rope.
Jose's on the top, but will Eric Wilde hit the maneuver he is trying to go for?
He is doing it. He is gonna do it. Getting ready
up to the top.
And look at this.
A tiger bomb suplex it is.
Oh, and taking him off the top rope. Eric Wilde doing all kinds of damage to Jose, and Jose finally managing to scoop the leg of
Goes
Wilde.
for the cover, but you ain't fooling no one, my friend. This is a 2 count.
Just a 2, and everybody knew it. But the crowd is behind Jose here.
You can see it. Everyone is on their feet, and they're clapping every single time. And a spinning heel kick.
What a kick!
And Eric Wilde knows it. He knows it. He is in control. Jose needs to get back onto his feet and get his bearings back.
And look at this. Eric Wilde showing no sign of relenting here.
And a DDT. Catching Jose's big right hand.
And he's just continuing the onslaught with the knee to the lower back.
And Jose finally gets up to his feet, shoves the shoulder down into the mat.
leg.
Come on,
1,
friend. Come on, Jose.
2. Just a 2 count.
You gotta hit him with the maneuvers. And
the Vulcan nerve pitch.
The Vulcan nerve pitch definitely setting in and lands it, and then you can see Eric Wilde in a bunch of pain. And Jose
getting ready to put him away with a nice
50
springboard, but the cold breaker from the springboard drags him to the center of the ring.
This may be it.
The leg.
Jose is out, ladies and gentlemen.
1, 2, just a 2.
The Wild Man kicks out.
Look at that.
But is it too much too late? Jose has been getting a bunch of damage done to the forehead, the head, the back of the head.
Went for the cutter, and this time Jose stops it.
But you can see Jose is just not in the right state of mind to counter. As I say that, he counters and hits him with the DDT.
And now brings him back up to his feet.
And the Alabama Slammer. He gets it. He goes into the corner.
And my God, ladies and gentlemen, his head bounced off of every turnbuckle.
And drops the elbow, and Jose's rolling up. Trying to rally up the saddle.
And there it is. There goes that choke slam. He's getting ready for that choke slam.
Gets him again.
Oh, and takes him down. Will Jose put him away?
Eric Wilde in a bunch of pain. Gets the cover, hooks the
1,
leg. Shoulders
2.
down. Just a 2.
2.
Eric Wilde gets the shoulder up.
Manages to kick out of that chokeslam for the second time here. And if he does not finish Jose anytime soon, it could be over.
And Eric Wilde sneaks out the back door and
neck
hits
breaker.
A neck breaker. You can see there's there is a method to the madness with Eric Wilde.
1, 2.
Just a 2. But you can see a bunch of damage going straight to the head of Jose. He is working that head and neck area through this entire matchup.
Oh my goodness, look at that huge double axe handle taking Eric Wilde off of his feet. And you can see the sluggish Jose try to get himself back up to the top rope for a big maneuver, but misses it. He's going to have to get rid of the Tom and go Google Maps because he ain't landing anything here.
Not a damn thing. And Jose tries to go after him, but Eric Wilde catches him midway.
And look at this, Eric Wilde getting ready. What are we seeing here? Another clash.
We are seeing another clash by Eric Wilde. He lands it, Jose in a world of pain.
And bring them back up to his feet. And look at this.
Oh, what is this? The 8-second ride.
Oh my goodness. Will you go for the cover here? No. Again.
More damage. But getting too greedy.
But it does not work out in his favor. What are we seeing here?
Jose gets him. Powerbomb.
And his neck bouncing off of the ropes there.
You can see
Jose dragging him back to the center of the ring, going for the pin.
Gets him. He might have him here. 1, 2.
Just a 2.
I thought he had the 3.
But it was barely a kick out. And Eric Wilde is going to be feeling that. And Jose, they're both going to be feeling the damage dealt here tonight.
Oh, and you can see frustration coming over Jose.
Look at this.
Goes and doesn't land the moonsault once again. It is looking really bad.
Picks him back up onto his feet, flips him over.
Fireman is carried by Jose, and it goes for a spinning heel kick and still shoves him off.
And this time, Eric Wilde wins the grapple here.
And a spinning
and takes him down. Eric Wilde needs to go for a pin. If he does not pin him, he is basically wasting any opportunity.
No, he's looking to put the icing on the cake, Bloody. He's looking to put the icing on the cake, and it is this head kick, kicking the grease out of Jose's hair.
Oh, man. Turns him over, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Just a 2. Jose
kicks out at 2. I cannot believe my eyes.
Look at that, man. Wilde has got to be in disbelief after all the damage. And now he goes for a springboard.
Oh, misses.
And he does not get to his destination. And now Jose getting him prepped for that choke slam.
Is he?
And there it is.
That's it. A third that center of the
and
ring.
This might be over, ladies and gentlemen.
Jarvis gets the count. 1, 2, 3. Jose moves on.
Eric
with a
Wilde.
Big win.
Eric Wilde. Missed opportunity for Eric Wilde there. Spent too much time trying to dish out damage. Not enough time trying to pick up the win. In the complete opposite effect, Jose was going nonstop for the pins and only dealing as much damage as he deemed necessary to put Eric Wilde away.
You gotta think, man, if he would have went for a cover after all of those vicious maneuvers, but you know, it's in Eric Wilde's, it's in his nature. He's looking to dish out damage to anyone on the roster. He is something to look out for in the future.
Absolutely. And that head kick I thought it was over when that head kick came. After all the damage to this man's head that he did, I'm starting to think that there might just not be anything in Jose's head to damage.
I can tell you it was a whole lot of grease that I saw come off that kick. But man, was this a great matchup. And Bloody, let me tell you, this was only the beginning. We have a huge card here tonight at Showcase leading up to the pay-per-view.
And what he means by huge cards, he means 4 more matches. Because we only do 5 matches on the Showcase. But you never know. There's always room for growth.
But I'm telling you, Bloody, within these 5 matches, these are pay-per-view caliber matches, though. Because Jose just picked up a huge win over Eric Wilde, and we are moving on to the next one. And this next one is a doozy, because it is X Factor going against Keith Jackson, and Keith Jackson may be looking to pick up his first victory here at the Showcase.
In X Factor, the last time we saw him in the ring was when he was deemed a target by Mr. Winters for X Factor and his little clique to just go into the office and start breaking stuff, and you just can't do that. You just can't do that, especially when the guy whose office you're trashing pays literally everybody else in the company. You know, that's just a no-no. At least in my opinion. I don't know about you, but
well, we all know what my feels about it. That's why Big Daddy went up against his teammate Jose. But this one right here is really something to look forward to, because both of these guys are itching for a win. They've came out in the loss column for quite some time now. One of these guys have to pick up a win. Who will it be?
Absolutely. And Big Daddy fought just last week in that fatal 4-way and was unable to pick up the victory. But hopefully X Factor can bring some good news home for Nova. Because if he does not, Keith Jackson is just building a name for himself off this man. Yeah. And at that point, you got to wonder, will Nova ever bounce back? Or will Jose be looking to go solo to progress his own career and not focus on the careers of anybody else? And we already seen that he took the first step towards that by basically whipping Big Daddy's ass. Excuse my French. So,
and picking up a victory over Eric Wilde. So Jose is in a step in the right direction. There's no denying that this guy is definitely top tier here at the Showcase. But will he make a name for himself? This is what I'm looking into right here. This guy X Factor, because he is such a huge man. You gotta think that this guy has something in the tank to pick up a victory.
I can see it happening. I mean, there's nothing that says that he can't do it. There's nothing that says that he's not. I mean, the crowd's behind him. So, I mean, it's just a matter of performance. I mean, if he can come in and he can seal the deal and he can do what he needs to do to get stuff done, I have absolutely no. I see no reason why X Factor can't pick up a win here tonight.
I can definitely see it, but then X Factor goes up against this guy right here, and this is Keith Jackson. Keith Jackson is no easy target with himself, because Keith Jackson, he's come up with a couple losses, but they were so close, so tooth and nail when he fought in his contests. It could have gone either way. Now he goes up against X Factor on the same playing field. You know, they both have the losses, not the wins to match up with their skill set. Who will take the step in the right direction? That is the question that will be answered in this next contest.
Based on the amount of damage that EAG dealt to X Factor, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Keith Jackson might have the upper hand. But I will also say that I'm not going to count X Factor out either.
We're just not in the sport to count out anyone, bloody. Not no one.
Not nobody?
Not no one, no. Like these superstars like I do. And here we go. We move on, and it is Keith Jackson, ladies and gentlemen.
This man is a brawler. This man is, I mean, look at that fro, man. That's just a fro. That speaks confidence.
The jailhouse tattoos. I know the guy that did his tattoos. He's in lockup right now.
You think he might be related to New Jack? Who knows?
It's quite a possibility, my friend. Quite a possibility. As Keith Jackson makes his way into the square circle, I cannot wait to see these guys go up and up. Who will come out the victor?
And this man, this man got
the respect. I like it.
He got prison tattoo. Hopefully he continues to demonstrate that respect. But I like the prison tattoos. The man got AK-47 written on the side of his pants. I'm starting to wonder, man, did we hire a wrestler or a gangbanger? No offense to Keith Jackson. I like to keep my car, please.
I look for talent, bloody. That's what I do. I'm here to look for talent. I get the talent pool. They come in, they showcase. See what I did there?
And look at this. Keith Jackson is rearing to go. He's ready. X Factor gave him the respect, so hopefully there will be a mutual level here in this match. We won't see any slaps. I'm talking to you, Jack Dollar.
And here we go. Jarvis rings the bell. These guys are going underway, and you can see X Factor raring out the gate and tossing Keith Jackson everywhere across the ring.
But went for the big boot and missed it. And Keith Jackson opening up with the suplex, taking X Factor down.
Vicious suplex. And there he goes, and he shoulder checks him to the mat.
Surprisingly, though, and look at the crowd going crazy for X Factor.
Already going and taunt to the crowd. Man, you are still in a match. And Keith Jackson gets on top.
And he whipped. It was like he was playing wiffle bat and nobody threw a ball.
And there he goes, as Keith Jackson going after X Factor once again, but no, in a big European uppercut by X Factor.
And now X Factor, and you know what surprises me?
In an air ride!
Oh, dropping Keith Jackson down.
An air ride from X Factor. And a fun fact here, the air ride is the move that put X Factor away in that handicap match.
And I gotta be honest with you here. Keith Jackson, I'm actually a little bit surprised to see how much of an imposing figure X Factor has over Keith Jackson. You wouldn't tell that just by looking at Keith Jackson, but apparently he's not as tall as he looks.
I'm telling you now, X Factor is probably 6'8", 7'1" with the mohawk, and you can see X Factor putting a hurting on Keith Jackson right now, and close fist to the face.
And that I would say that's our first sign of disrespect here. For Keith Jackson.
It is definitely being shown in a big knee to the side of the head that swings Keith Jackson around.
And now Keith Jackson with the double boot to the chest, kicking X Factor off, and now stomping away at one half of Nova.
You gotta think, Keith, gotta keep the bigger man down. X Factor is a huge guy. And I think if you're watching it at home, you just the TV won't do it justice. X Factor is a very huge guy.
He's very tall, at least 6'5".
Definitely. And you can see Keith
Jackson
gets
another backdrop, taking X Factor down. And 1, 2,
just a 2 count.
And not just a 2 count, a 2 count. And that's what matters. This is early in the match, and X Factor is definitely with a big right hand taking Keith Jackson back a bit, but Keith Jackson using his agility to outmaneuver X Factor in this match.
Yeah, you gotta think he is the faster guy, and he drops a leg drop on X Factor's face.
And now stomping away at this guy. Keith Jackson in control of the match, but just like that, the overpowering body of X Factor takes down Keith Jackson.
Ooh, and a big elbow to the forehead
And
of
misses
Keith
the
Jackson.
kick.
And you gotta
And
think.
swing and a miss.
And X Factor goes head
One,
scissors and the elbows.
2, and 3. As we know, they come in threes. As Keith Jackson is now the one in trouble, and X Factor is stomping away.
X Factor here in the driver's seat, and he gets him with the gator lock.
Gator don't play that, ladies and gentlemen. And look
Ooh,
at this.
A crossface to finish it up. And Keith Jackson in a world of pain, and he slams his face right against the mat.
Now Keith Jackson has to do something here because X Factor is running away with this.
Oh, the tilt-a-whirl slam to Keith Jackson. Man, is X Factor in the driver's seat. He knows what it takes to win, man.
And now Keith Jackson having a hard time getting back to his feet, trying to crawl to the ropes. But X Factor,
Oh no, he's going for that. Oh, that vicious maneuver.
trying to take the shoulder out of the joint there. And now Keith Jackson needs to do something here.
And this may be the opening that Keith Jackson needs.
Back
He
on the
boots
feet.
him up,
Goes
but
for the
you ain't
cover.
fooling a soul, Keith
1,
Jackson.
2.
Not a soul. You gotta think. You gotta hit him with the devastating maneuvers.
And look at this.
That's
now,
one way to go.
went
But
for
no.
the elbows, but again overpowered by the larger figure of X Factor.
You just can't get around the Mohawk, man. The Mohawk keeps it the separation.
Oh, look at this elbow to the top of the head. And you gotta wonder, how does X Factor's Mohawk
Cross arm DDT.
taking him down? How does X Factor's Mohawk stay so still, even after taking a kick to the head? I'm starting to wonder there might be some illegal material in that Mohawk.
Looking like some stickum on the Mohawk, and that is illegal in the NFL, but not here at WGW. And he
What?
drops the right hand to
Dropping
the
the
forehead.
fist. Dropping the fist on X Factor. Now dropping some more elbows.
You gotta think Keith Jackson is in the hurt business, and he's punching, he's elbowing, he's kicking. Man, he knows he's in a fight.
And again, X Factor using the power to just get rid of Keith Jackson from his line of sight.
And no, Keith Jackson not down just yet as he trips the leg, and he goes and he tries to kick him once again.
Keith Jackson wins that grapple.
And a belly to belly.
Belly to belly, taking the big man down.
There you go, Keith Jackson showing the strength.
And a kick to the knee as X Factor makes his way back to his feet.
Ooh, and knocks him out of the ring. Vicious clothesline.
And everybody took a gander at that and went silent for a second, and then the cheers erupted. And that's the best thing about being a wrestling fan, is that you worry about the superstars, but at the end of the day, it's all entertainment, baby.
Yeah, you gotta think Keith Jackson landed on his head on the outside as Jarvis gets to count up to 4.
And now
And Keith Jackson slides, takes the
jumps back
opportunity to come back
comes
in,
back
but no.
out.
Are these guys willing to fight on the outside? But no, X Factor beats him in the
Oh,
inside.
and a big right hand. And
Oh,
gets tossed into the
no.
turnbuckle.
Too smooth as X
Oh,
Factor.
stunner! Took him down.
Well, X Factor picked up a victory here with that stunner. No, he's looking to put him away.
This might be it, ladies and gentlemen. Keith Jackson might be done, but no! Takes him down.
And a kick to the head.
Say he smacked his hair.
And there you go, Keith Jackson in the driver's seat right now. X Factor in a world of pain.
And look at this reverse neck backbreaker there. Taking him down, and now goes for the cover.
Will it be enough?
1,
Here he goes.
2. Just a 2. And the crowd is going crazy for X Factor there.
They know there's just one big man.
Oh, look
too smooth.
Look at that! Dodging the clothesline from behind.
And the code special.
ladies and gentlemen.
Here he goes.
1, 2.
Turn him over.
Onto the Boston Crab.
High
Will he
octane.
tap? Will he tap? No, he does
No,
not.
X Factor has that move well scouted.
Look at this. Look at this. Keith Jackson in control here, and he has an opportunity to put him away. Will he take that? You gotta wonder.
No,
And a
just
shoulder toss.
tosses him right over the shoulder. X Factor. You gotta think, X Factor hit him with the stunner. Didn't go for the finishing blow.
And I think we might be seeing that spear here now.
Well, he gets him. He
And
gets
definitely
him.
does.
X Factor
Keith-
hits the spear, breaking Keith Jackson in
Keith
half.
is down.
And Jarvis hits the count.
1, 2.
Just
Just a two.
Keith Jackson gets the shoulder
Keith
up.
Jackson kicks out, ladies and gentlemen, showing resiliency, showing the fight in his heart. That's what I like to call the heart of a lion, Mr. Incredible.
Oh, and X Factor eats the face smasher. And
drags him back to the center of the ring. Look at this.
Another
backdrop. He is definitely doing a serious amount of damage to that back.
I can tell you, man, those backdrops are clean. And there he goes for the cover.
1, 2, just
not
a
enough.
2.
X Factor is kicking out himself, and I gotta say, these guys are going back and forth.
Dropping that elbow again on the shoulder of X Factor, and he is just dealing damage. And will we be seeing a high-risk maneuver from Keith Jackson?
Well, he landed. It is 50-50. He lands it.
Huge elbow drop from the top rope.
That bad juju from the last match did not carry over.
And a fireman's carry to put X Factor back in control.
There he goes. You can see X Factor gets him up once again, and an Alabama slammer.
Taking him down.
Sending Keith
Takes
Jackson's
him back to
soul
the center of
mat.
the ring, and he is going for the cover. No hook of the leg.
Jarvis
1
gets the count.
2.
Just a 2 count. Keith Jackson still in it. The resiliency of this young man.
And now X Factor wasted his time pandering to the crowd, and we know what happens when you pander.
Oh, and a boot to the back of the head. But Keith Jackson, it looks like the lights is on, but no one is home. And as I say that, he eats an elbow.
And now Keith Jackson,
the DDT.
Oh, he takes him down with the DDT.
Look at him soaking in that DDT.
Very proud of himself. Very proud of himself. He should be. He should be. I mean, it's not the world's greatest DDT, but it's good looking DDT.
Oh, and a big right hand by X Factor. He gets one of Full Nelson.
Full Nelson.
No, he fights out of it with a vicious elbow. But not fast enough. And he gets him with a DDT of his own. X Factor hits it. X marks the spot.
Hooks the leg. No hook of the leg.
Enough.
1.
X Factor may
2.
pick up a victory. No.
And Keith Jackson continuing to fight out of the pin, showing that heart. Man.
And the frustration in the corner there, stomping his feet like a kid at a plate.
And look at this again with those fists to the face of Keith Jackson.
Like a teenager getting told no. You can see X Factor so mad. The frustration kicking over. But Keith Jackson gets to his feet.
Went for the cutter.
And
Keith Jackson doesn't let it happen.
Gets him up here.
And
brain buster!
A brain buster! Taking him down, hooks the leg. 1, 2, just a 2.
X Factor kicks out. Man, that was a vicious brain buster.
Oh my goodness, what a beautiful, beautiful brain buster. Came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it at all.
The moves just come so frequent and so smooth off of this guy, Keith Jackson.
But now, a shoulder toss again from X Factor to get himself out of that bad position. But again, an arm drag to put himself back on top.
You gotta think Keith Jackson in the right position. Gets him up. Oh, and a suplex there. I thought we were gonna see another brain buster.
You gotta wonder, man. Oh, big right hand taking
sends him to the mat.
Sends him packing, my friend. All of them.
X Factor drags him to the center of the ring and works the knee of Keith Jackson.
And now Keith Jackson has to get himself out of that bad position. But it looks like we might be seeing another
Alabama slammer.
And takes him down, hooks the leg.
This may be it.
1,
the pressure of the
2,
knee, the shoulders down.
Just a 2. Ladies and gentlemen.
What is going on here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Not able to put Keith Jackson away is X Factor.
But I think this spear might.
And
there it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. This might be over for Keith Jackson.
Good fight, good night, because this is game, set, match, ladies and gentlemen. X Factor picks up the biggest and maybe his first victory here at WGW Showcase. Congratulations, X Factor. You deserve this win. It may have just been a Nova night, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. Jose picking up his win. X Factor picking up his win. The only one left is Mr. Big Daddy, who hasn't really been performing as well as he should.
But man, Keith Jackson, you have shown complete resiliency, and you have made a fan here tonight. I am all in. Keith Jackson. Keith Jackson is somebody to look out for, man.
I will definitely be doing that. But X Factor has just wrote the first check for the rest of his career because that was an outstanding win on his end.
Definitely was. And that was it. That was the finishing blow. That spear spelled good night for Mr. Keith Jackson.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, moving right on into the next match. We got the fan favorites, my boy. One of my favorites, anyway. One of your favorites. Actually, you know what? I like both of them.
Yeah.
We got my boy, the weirdo, the freak of nature, Albert Webb. And
going against Mr. Calvin Bosshart, the bombshell kid. Boom, boom, boom.
I like what you did there.
Yo, I'm telling you, man, this guy, the TBK, man, he picked up a victory in that ladder match, putting away AJ Gold. He grabbed the briefcase. He was the winner. And, man, it is a sign for things to come. Calvin Bosshart, he is a competitor in this showcase. I can see it, my friend.
But on the other end of that spectrum, Mr. Incredible, we have none other than Albert Webb, whose only loss came at the hand of the undefeated Nero Sin. Albert Webb is a freak of nature. He has a unique sense of style. He has an absolutely volatile personality. And this guy is just kind of creepy to be around if you're in the back room. I don't know if you've ever talked to the guy.
I signed him.
I'm pretty sure he eats ants. I'm not. I'm just calling that out there. I'm putting that out there. I can't say for certain, but I'm pretty sure he has an ant farm, and I'm pretty sure that that's his lunch at the end of the show.
It's for protein. Albert Webb here going against Calvin Bosshart. These guys are gonna tear the house down. I cannot wait to see what these two bring out because this right here is top tier in the showcase.
It's a
top tier.
The most beautiful thing about this fight right here is that Albert Webb is 2-1 and TBK is 1-2. So no matter what, if Mr. TBK can win this match, he can put himself back into a neutral column, and that's a fresh start if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, and there he goes. This is Mr. Albert Webb. Still has the bike mark, still fresh as ever, but a little bit more greasy than I remember him. And I think he got rid of the face paint. But I see what the face paint was covering, and there was that scar in the middle of his forehead like Harry Potter. And Albert Webb is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody is ready for the Webb of Albert because he's going to lay down a smackdown, and the only thing that TBK can do to stop it is win the match.
Man, I love to see this guy in the ring. Albert Webb is very, very entertaining when he gets in there, and I cannot wait because TBK is also very, very entertaining. This is something to look for. We are looking at the future.
This match, Mr. Incredible, I'm calling it. Bloody's calling it Dark Horse Match of the Night. I don't know if we've ever done that before. Usually we pick a competitor, but this time I'm going with the match.
I'm telling you, between these two right here, we are looking at the future of WGW. This is the future embodiment right here between these two guys.
And always sporting a new look. Reminds me of the old days of primetime. Sporting a new color every week. But you know what? I like it. It's unique. You keep it fresh. You show why. You keep that same look and you show why you're unique. And TBK is always revved up. And Albert Webb showing no fear, though I don't know if it's the fact that he's not afraid of TBK or he just doesn't realize where he is until the bell rings.
I'm telling you, man, Albert Webb fears no man. As you've seen, he went up and up with Nero Sin. Despite the size difference, but despite the power difference, Albert Webb took Nero Sin to the distance. Came up a little short, but he is in like a fighting element right here against TBK, and this is going to be good.
Jarvis has rung the bell. They lock horns.
Shoulder and elbow tie up.
And here, what are we going to see here? He squeezes the gut.
Will he get him? He does. Slam.
Belly to back suplex right
hits
there.
Him with the headlock right after.
That's technique.
And a big right hand that puts him away. And Albert Webb catches the leg and tosses him over.
Violent leg drag right there. Not your typical leg drag. He pulled that leg with intensity.
And TBK not taking it sitting down, goes after the shoulder and
now
gets him in a reverse power slam.
Oh my goodness. Beautifully done. Beautifully done, and the first time I've ever seen it done.
And there he goes, and a deadlift,
Oh, man.
and holds on, going again.
TBK been hitting the coach's gym.
And-
I don't know.
Or he must have drank the coach's juice before he came out, because he gets him again and hits him with a third
Oh,
one.
look at that. Comes in threes. Deadlift, alley-oops, but again, Albert Webb.
The resiliency of Albert Webb being
And-
shown.
oh, it looked like he went
drops
for
him
it.
on his head.
Looked like he was going to go for a cradle there, but instead hits him with that, dropping him on his head
Albert
instead.
Webb, Jarvis had to move out the way for a second, and Albert Webb
Oh, and
hits him
hits
with a
it,
moonsault.
perfectly landed it. But TBK back on his feet, loses the grapple, and now takes him
gets him.
down.
Did you see the arm lock on that? And a one-arm push-up by Mr. Albert Webb, and drops the knee to the
drops the
shoulder.
knee. Now TBK really has to get back into his element.
And he does with a face smasher.
And look at this. Oh! Sidewalk slam from the Bombshell Kid. Boom, 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 ladies and
TBK,
gentlemen.
Oh, and an arm drag by Mr. Albert Webb. Albert Webb in this matchup. Oh, and a knee to the arm.
You gotta wonder what he's setting him up for with all that arm damage. And a DDT caught by TBK, taking down Albert Webb. And a big, he gets caught, and a right hand from Albert Webb instead.
And a kick to the midsection. And what is he going for here? And that's a sleeper hold, ladies and gentlemen.
Into
Oh,
a choke slam.
Man, Albert Webb and TBK are tearing the house down so far. I'm
Oh,
loving
the
it.
headbutt.
Oh,
Oh my
and he holds-
God.
And he brings him back
Another
up.
headbutt.
That's probably how he got the scar in the first place.
Oh, and then we'll go one more headbutt from Albert Webb. TBK's gotta have a headache at this point.
Albert Webb looking to crack his forehead wide open.
And TBK
Eating
showing
him.
off for the ladies, because that's what I do.
And there he goes, TBK looking to put Albert
Full
Webb,
Nelson.
Full Nelson.
Oh, into
Ooh.
a German suplex.
That was vicious. He landed on the back of his neck.
And look at this. TBK sends him onto the apron.
Gets him here.
A clubbing attack.
Oh, gets him.
Multiple
3,
clubbing attacks.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
and 10,
10,
baby.
And Albert Webb just faints onto the outside.
And there goes TBK to the outside of the ring, stomping away at Albert Webb. And there goes Jarvis with the count.
I would pray that these guys don't get counted out, because this is going to be such a great matchup. I want to see a winner. I want to see who will win between these two.
A knee to the back of TBK.
As Jarvis
His
pleads
head.
to them to get back into the ring.
Get
And
back
another
into the
knee.
ring, please. Get back into the ring.
And a backflip by Albert
And look
Webb.
at the crowd. The crowd's going crazy here.
You gotta think. Oh, and he sends him into the barricade.
Oh,
And
went for a
and
scissor
hits the
kick.
elbow as the count is up to 6.
And now going to eat the pole.
7 is the count. Gets him against the and it sends
And
him
he
into the
eats the
pole.
post. Get him into the ring,
And
Albert.
slams him
Oh,
once
and again.
again. And the count.
9. And Albert Webb gets back into the ring. And Albert Webb.
No, we're at 9 right now, and Albert Webb looking to break the count with
And
an
he does.
elbow.
And there goes one. Man.
I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna say it now. I am glad that he broke the count. I want to see a winner. Albert Webb going against TBK. They're going
Leg
after
drop
it right now.
into the no-no parts. And that, to me, is boom, boom, boom. You don't want to feel that.
To me, that is a no. As Albert Webb is right, a close fist right into the knee, taking
Get
it to
him back
TBK.
into the ring. Get him into the ring. TBK, run into the ring. Do it.
And
Do it,
he's
TBK.
Trying to get
Going,
the fans behind him.
getting himself back riled up. And Albert Webb is stirring. And TBK does
must
the
have
right
heard you.
thing. He does the right thing. And he doesn't do the right
He
thing.
breaks the count. They're going back to 1.
Albert Webb not having it. And an elbow
Oh.
to the forehead of TBK.
That was so close, ladies and gentlemen. Albert Webb, get in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. As TBK and Albert Webb
Getting a little passionate here. We want to see the end of this fight.
I do. And here you go. Albert Webb gets him up.
Powerbomb!
Ooh,
Not just the
coach
powerbomb, but the coach special, ladies and gentlemen.
2, turn him over, big boy. No! He hits him with the 3. Albert Webb hits the
third
3.
man to win with the coach special.
Coach's stock has just went up. Albert Webb picks up a huge victory here tonight.
Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen. Coach, you're doing something right, my boy.
I'm telling you, Coach, we are going to celebrate. After tonight, we are going there. Albert Webb picks up a victory over TBK. Albert
Look
Webb,
at that, man.
This one tore the house down. It was so close to getting double count out. They were beating the crap out of each other on the outside.
I think definitely the hits to the post are what solidified Albert Webb's win. But man, TBK put on a hell of a showing. That's for damn sure.
I like what I've seen between these two. These guys, this is the future, and I like the future, Bloody. I am 100% A-okay with the future of WGW if they're in the hands of these two men. And also,
to be perfectly honest with you, I don't feel safe with anything in the hands of Albert Webb.
And also in the hands of these two men, Mr. Antoine Bradford and Robbie Revival.
The Mustache King taking on Robbie Revival. No mustache. I got Mr. Bradford. I know Revival is definitely a contender, but I'm going to tell you why. When you got a mustache that looks that good, you just can't go against it, all right? And he's the only one who rocks it, my boy. Nobody.
The only person that I know that has a mustache is he who will not be named in tonight's show. So I'm going to have to go against
Ed Davis, everybody. He's talking about Ed Davis, the greatest champion in the history of WGW, the only man to hold the title for longer than 6 months, the only man who's only been pinned by 2 people. 2! And one of them just lost to my boy, Mike Briggs. We're going to see him in the championship at the Great War, taking on the King of Hearts.
Let's go, Mike Briggs. But as we continue, we will be showing these guys right here, Antoine Bradford going against Robbie Revival, and I cannot wait. These guys are planning to tear the house down just as the match before did. I cannot wait.
And here we go. The Mustache King, ladies and gentlemen. He is here. He is ready.
This is Antoine Bradford, ladies and gentlemen, and he is prancing to the ring. He knows what he's up against. Robbie Revival, and these two right here, I'm telling you, man, Ezekiel Brady has a lot of talent here. I want to see what he's going to do with that championship title. What direction is he going to go?
I'm thinking I kind of want to see, what, maybe taking a few of those guys up to, have Winters take them up to Asylum. I don't know. What do you think?
Here we go as we continue. Robbie Revival is making his way into the square circle to take on Mr. Antoine Bradford.
You referred to him as the Mustache King, my boy. And Revival picked up a victory not so long ago. And now,
going against Mr. Dark Prince, picked up a huge victory. He said he wants no more freaks, ladies and gentlemen. He wants normal people, and Mr. Antoine Bradford was willing to take on Mr. Robbie Revival the entire time.
And as much as I like Robbie Revival's look and his talent, it's his attitude that I don't much care for.
But you were just sitting here gawking at Mr. Edward Davis. What are you saying, Bloody?
He has every right, Mr. Incredible. Every right. The man won the belt. He's defended it time and time again in singles competition, in triple threats. The man is an unstoppable freak of nature. And if you're not going to give credit where credit is due, Mr. Incredible, well then I would just ask that you don't judge me for doing it.
I can tell you right now, Bloody, you are brown-nosing. But we are going to continue as these guys go after one another, and the right hands come out, and the chops, and a double fist to the throat that puts Antoine Bradford on his back.
Is his mustache okay?
And there he goes working the knee, but
Bradford
no.
back onto his feet, runs at him, but gets caught down.
Oh, and
a forearm to the shoulder there.
And a kick to the face.
And
Robbie's just taking it to him now.
Doesn't look like Bradford is going to be opening strong on this one.
As Antoine Bradford gets tossed into the ropes.
And now Revival turn them over. Double arm.
Oh,
into a powerbomb. Beautiful. Look at the fans, man, booing him.
The guy off his seat screaming boos at Robbie Revival.
Look at this.
And what is he going to do here? Oh, he's dropping the face of the mat.
The forehead and face of Antoine Bradford. The man buys so much product for his mustache, and Robbie Revival showing no respect at all to the king.
Oh, and a DDT by to Robbie. And Antoine looking to open up some offense here. And he's going after him right now. Oh, and a double knee
to the face. Take that, Robbie. Take that.
You know what? I can see why you're a mustache guy. Because you can't really grow one. But look at the chops, man. Look at the chops.
I mean, I can't grow either.
I hate,
if anything, I should hate both of them. But I don't, because I respect the man with the mustache of Bradford.
And Bradford gets covered here.
One.
That's a 1 count.
Two.
And a 2, but not a 3. And this is 2 early on to this contest.
And now Bradford needs to start making some momentum, building some momentum there, but doesn't capitalize.
And sends him into the corner.
And Robbie Revival is getting ready to hit him with a really, really bad maneuver.
Into the other post and a big forearm. No!
Looks like
I think he might have hit his nose on the turnbuckle. And he's going for it once again, and he gets it this time.
He gets it. And into a bulldog, dead center of the ring. Antoine Bradford is looking like it might be over before it starts.
And Robbie goes up. Antoine Bradford making his way to his feet.
And here we go.
And he gets caught with the forearm.
Forearm. Poor mustache, man. I feel so bad for that guy's mustache.
And there he goes as Robbie looking to still put some hurt on him. Gets him back into the corner. But no, he catches him.
DDT by Bradford, taking Robbie Revival down. And look at that. Without a doubt.
Center of the ring and a boot to the back. And what is he doing here? Oh, he drops the elbow into the heart of Robbie.
Harder than the base, my boy.
And gets him down.
One.
Just a 1 count. Not enough damage done.
Absolutely. This match has been almost entirely Robbie. And now look at this. Antoine Bradford getting Robbie Revival ready.
Oh, gets him up above the shoulders and dropping him at Mustache Mountain.
With the hook of the leg.
Gets him here. 1, 2.
2.
Just a 2 count as Robbie gets the shoulder up.
Manages to hit the 2 count. And that's what's the most important here. He's dealt enough damage to where there's 2 counts there and there's a swanton.
Antoine Bradford in the driver's seat now. But not for long as a big right hand drops him to the mat.
And now Robbie Revival picks him up.
And Robbie gets him on a clothesline to the back of the neck. Antoine Bradford goes face first into the mat.
But Antoine Bradford with a double leg takedown. And Robbie Revival on the ground now. Antoine has an opportunity to run away with this match, but I don't see it happening here. Robbie
now with those clotheslines.
Continues to fight back with clotheslines, kicks, punches. It's all in your mind.
And and a judo throw by Antoine Bradford. And a face
smash by Robbie. And
another judo throw
by Bradford.
They're going back and forth.
This time, Robbie wins the grapple here.
And what will he do? Oh, he sends him to the outside. And Robbie's taking it to the sky.
Oh, it lands a huge maneuver. This man is a spectacle, my boy.
He gets him, and he goes over the top. Antoine Bradford maybe out on his feet.
And now, gets him right back into the ring. Robbie Revival is not the type of guy to waste time on the outside. Goes for the cover.
He goes for the cover.
Hooks the leg.
Oh, he's going for a dirty pin.
1.
Check out the ropes, Jarvis.
2.
Look up, Jarvis.
Just a 2 count. Antoine Bradford manages to kick out of that dirty pin.
Oh, that would have been so bad for Antoine Bradford. He hits the Olympic slam.
Now calling for Robbie to get back up.
But Robbie not even stirring after that big vicious slam. And gets him up on his own unwillingly. And a swinging power bomb.
With the cover.
Legs.
1.
Shoulders pin.
2. Just a 2 count.
Robbie kicks out.
Antoine Bradford showing the fight, boy.
We've seen that maneuver put away plenty of superstars as Robbie shoulder tosses Antoine Bradford over the top.
And Bradford gets the eye rake. Turned over. And now Irish whip into the corner.
Into the corner. Robbie looking to do some damage.
But this time, Bradford with the forearm to the shoulder and a kick to the head.
And, Bradford calling for the end.
Stomping away at this man. Can Bradford be the bittersweet ending to Robbie Revival's streak right there, my boy?
And Antoine Bradford looking to put him away right now.
And there
Gets
it
him
is.
up above the shoulders.
On the shoulders.
Mustache Mountain hits it.
With the hook of the leg.
Gets him down. No, and he touches the bottom rope and gets out of it.
Manages to get the rope.
And and a knee to the chest of Robbie.
Man, that could have been over for Robbie Revival.
But the ring awareness is what's key to get you to the next level. And this is the 630 senton.
Now Robbie Revival drags him
back over.
And hooks the leg. Goes for we go for the dead
1, 2, just a 2. I'm surprised he still has his air after that vicious miss.
And goes for the cutter, but Bradford not having it. Look at this. And a judo throw
by Robbie.
And this time, the swinging neck breaker. Robbie Revival lands the maneuver.
He's putting a hurt right now on Antoine. Antoine gets him back into the corner.
Back in that corner. Turns him over. Getting ready for a high octane maneuver. Oh, look at
big
that.
Right hand.
What are we seeing here?
Into a blockbuster. He gets it.
Oh, man. What we see the cover, he drags him to the center of the ring.
It may be lights out for Antoine Bradford. Jarvis gets down. 1, 2, 3. No!
Just a 2!
That was so
close. The Mustache King.
So close. But Robbie not done.
Not done.
Not done. Antoine Bradford in a world of pain. And maybe lights out right here, right now.
Hooks
that butterfly DDT.
And there it is. Hooks the leg. And this is over.
1, 2, 3. Robbie Revival gets the victory over the King, the Mustache King.
And Robbie Revival continues his winning streak after that triple threat in which he lost. But he has been proving in one-on-one competition that he is definitely a competitor in his own right.
3 in a row, my friend. 3 in a row for Mr. Robbie Revival.
I think we need to see Mr. Revival going up against Singh. I want to see that match. Let's make it happen, Brady. Let's make it happen.
I can see the showcase title around the waist of Mr. Robbie Revival. I cannot wait to see it, my friend. I can see it in the future. I can look into the distance and I see the showcase champion right there in the ring.
And those are some bold words. Not a lot of people in that locker room are going to agree with you, Mr. Incredible.
I understand that. I am not in the business to make friends. I am in the business to bring talent. And this is what I give to you. I give you the showcase. I give you Asylum. I give you Live. And I give you the best pay-per-views on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen.
And ladies and gentlemen, this last match is going to be a doozy, and I can't wait to see who wins this one, because we have the undefeated Rocco James. 3-0, baby. 3-0, and all 3 matches he's won in spectacular fashion. Just at the brink of the loss, he comes back and out of thin air manages to pull out a win, and that's what makes Rocco James great. An entertainer to the very end, but you cannot count him out.
But also, that can also be said about the man who he is taking on here tonight, and that is Violet. Violet may not look the part, but damn sure can bring it when he gets into the ring, because this man is also undefeated here at the showcase, and someone's gots to go. Rocco James goes on against Violet here tonight in the main event of Showcase. Man, I cannot wait. These guys are gonna tear the house down. Thank you, Mr. Ezekiel Brady, bringing this card. Because this has been a doozy, ladies and gentlemen.
This Rocco James has been one of the most entertaining wrestlers that we've seen in the showcase. Definitely a person of interest in Mr. Winter's eyes. Sure, he's a person of interest in your eyes, but Violet has proven time and time again that he will not be underestimated. And it comes down.
Or looked over. Because Violet is sick of playing number 2. He wants to be number 1. And number 1 will be here tonight. Rocco James making his way into the square circle.
And there he goes, man. I gotta ask that guy where he gets his clothes. I'm telling you, man, I really like the style. I don't know if I could pull it off though. I don't have the beard or the mustache for it,
Or the hair.
or the hair for it,
And there you
or
go.
the muscles, or the you know.
We get it.
All right,
You're nowhere near Rocco James' level. And we are going on Rocco James in the arena here at Cincinnati, Ohio, ready to tear the house
The
down.
crowd loves Mr. James.
I cannot wait. Rocco James making his way into the ring. He always means business, man. And as you said, in the brink of a loss, he ends up pulling out the victory. But will the underdog story end here today?
One could say that he's a master at pulling out.
As Violet is ready to take away his streak here tonight.
And he is ready, serious as always. And now we get to see what he thinks of his opponent. And we got to see what Violet can do in the ring against the undefeated Rocco James.
Now, Violet, he is someone that I judged dearly when I saw him first come out. And I'll tell you, from this day, I dearly apologize to Mr. Violet because I will never judge a book by its cover once again because this man can bring it. Violet can bring it.
And Rocco James is about to find that out the hard way if Violet comes in here with the heat.
I'm telling you, man, if this guy gets it going, he will bring the absolute worst heat possible, like molten hot magma.
Magma.
And you can see Violet looking, and
This man's a rock star, bro.
I can see it.
He's a rock star, bro.
That is one way to put it.
You got a rock star, and you got, I don't know what you would describe Rocco James, maybe like a thug or something. I don't know.
A thug?
I don't
Really?
know.
I say competitor. This guy brings it when he gets into the ring too, man. That's why this main event right here, I'm telling you right now, this match right here will probably be match of the night. And that is going after those couple matches that we just had.
Absolutely. Albert Webb versus TBK, to me, still holds match of the night. I haven't seen anything yet to beat that. So, with that being said,
Violet goes one-on-one with Mr. Rocco James. And I'm telling you right now, keep your eyes peeled, because these guys will bring it here tonight.
And here we go. James and Violet. Jarvis rings the bell. And they lock horns.
And there you go, shoulder and elbow tie up.
And look at this. Violet wins that, but
No,
gets
he
turned
doesn't.
over
It's not there. Hits
into
the
a
headlock.
headlock. Beautifully executed by Rocco James.
And shoves the knee into the lower back of Violet.
And an Irish whip on. Oh, what, I thought it was
No,
going
the
to
belly to belly over the top.
Look at that.
Rocco
James.
bringing it in tonight.
Look at this. Look at this. He is not wasting any time.
And a knee to the back of the head of Violet. And Violet gets up, looking to dish out some offense, and he hits a
Northern
Lights
Lights
suplex.
taking Rocco James off of his feet, taking the wind out of his pipe right there.
Oh, and a face smasher by Rocco James.
Look at this. Oh, it gets caught up by Violet with the right hand,
Gets him up. No, a flatliner.
taking Violet down, and Rocco James is in control with the Vulcan nerve pinch. Ladies and gentlemen, Rocco James must be a fan of Star Trek. If that's the case, he can't be a thug.
And there you go, as Rocco James goes up to the top. Will history repeat itself when he goes up? And he hits it, the spiral tap, he hits it!
All of it, baby, 100%.
And a kick to the side of the forehead of Violet, and Rocco James taking it to Violet here tonight.
And now, an Irish whip, sending him into the rope.
Oh,
but gets caught up, but misses the
enziguri.
and gets right back into the palms
Oh,
of
and a
Rocco.
fireman's carry by Violet.
Now Violet sends him to the center of the ring, and look at this backdrop, taking him down.
Picture perfect backdrop. He may be in a contest with Mr. Keith Jackson of who has the best backdrop.
And look at this, baby. Violet on the second rope. Rocco James struggling to get back up to his feet.
And hits it.
And a drop kick
To the
with a
face.
kick up, baby.
To
That's
the
rockstar
face.
status, boy.
And no, Rocco James not getting put away just yet, and works the arm.
Now Rocco James with the Irish whip into the corner.
Gets him up to the top. Gets him up. What will he do here?
Look at
Oh
this.
no, a Spanish fly from the top rope. He hits it, a Spanish
Oh
fly.
man, go for the cover. It's over. He drags him to the
James.
side of the ring.
Rocco
hooks
James
the leg.
hits the cover. Will it be over? Jarvis gets down. One, two. Just a two count. Man, that was a vicious maneuver. A Spanish fly from the top.
And look at that Vulcan nerve pinch back locked in, dealing major damage to the body of Violet. And Violet is gonna have a hard time fighting back if he allows him to deal too much.
Oh, and
look at that
corkscrew from the second rope. I'm telling you, man, Rocco James came out swinging here tonight.
Into the corner. Rocco James looking to go for another one of those big maneuvers. No, he doesn't. He sends him into the other one. Bang!
Oh, and a monkey flip. That is a classic move right there. You know how I love the classics.
Rocco James is definitely putting. No! Taking Violet down.
Kicking the purple dye out of his hair. Rocco James in full control here tonight.
Look at this. Look at this. Rocco James gets elbow to the face, but a judo throw. Right back on top. Rocco James in control. And another judo throw. Violet has no.
And gets one of his own. And what is Violet
doing?
No, it's a flatliner.
It might be over.
A flatliner.
We might be seeing Dark Matter right here, my boy.
We may be seeing it. Dark Matter hits it.
There it is.
The Dark Matter meets Violet.
And it is over, ladies and gentlemen. I'm calling it.
1, 2, 3. He hits it.
Rocco James 4-0.
Man, did he put a hurting on Violet tonight.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen,
Violet,
Rocco James.
Violet has taken out the likes of Johnny Blade. Some people that just is losing me right now, but it was like game competition, and he flew through Violet here tonight. That is showing you how much Rocco James has evolved.
Absolutely, man. He came in here, and in that first match, you were kind of wondering what's gonna happen. Will it win? Will he win? Will he pick up this victory? He does. He pulls it out right at the end on the brink of a loss, manages to pick up the victory. Then, second match, you're like, he won his first match. A little bit more confidence going into the ring. Now, third match, wins, pulling out by the hairs on his chin. And this time, there is no competition. Violet.
He came out in devastating fashion, put Violet back into the back of the shelf. Rocco James has just made a case of being showcase champion. Ezekiel, Brady, I feel for you, my friend. How will you judge this? Who will be in the contest to be for the showcase champion? Who will be the face of the showcase? I can't tell you.
That's going to be a tough question to ask, but I can answer one aspect of that question. This man right here is probably a likely candidate.
I can see it going no other way, but we will be displaying Showcase's first pay-per-view the week of the Great War. Stay tuned. You will get more information on that one. But ladies and gentlemen, please tell a friend to tell a friend that the Great War is coming, and it is coming soon. August 24th. Write it down on your calendar. The Royal Rumble matchup will be displayed at the Great War. Championships will be on the line. Make or break deals.
And that week, we will see who the true face of the showcase is.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you this right now. For the Royal Rumble, you're hearing it from me. Expect the unexpected. We have great things coming to WGW. This is us. This was the showcase. Catch us on Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern. We'll be bringing you Asylum. And this is Mr. Incredible 617 signing out.
And I'm Bloody 617. Catch us as usual Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7:30 Eastern time. Peace.